something pure is only literally done if it is returning back to the original state as it once began. It almost sounds like going back to square one so that you can restart, but that's not entirely true, because I experience purification in opposition to the impure state of mind and body when taking a shower, for example. I mean, if you don't take a shower for like 3 days, yeah, I don't know what you think of it. It may sound very disgusting, as it may also sound like, well, I'm kind of doing the same, so yeah, doesn't really matter. But if you don't take a shower for like 3 days, after those 3 days, you feel kind of dirty, but not just on the body, inside you feel very disgusting. And so you want to take a shower, and when you experience that, not only do you clean the surface of your body, but you also clean something that is here in the mind. At least that is how I experience it. I return to the state of the original condition that I was when I last took a shower before taking this one. It feels like becoming clean, to get purified, and not only on the surface of the body, but inside the mind. And if you want to experience this like I experience it, you might recognize it when I speak of taking a shower before you go to bed. And when you wake up, you feel very fresh, very clean, so you can start with this new energy you have. It may sound like it's between the ears, but yeah, and indeed it is, but you also feel it. And if you don't feel it, then there's something wrong with your ability to access your feelings. And when that happens, well, I'm sorry, but you're going to lose lots and lots of opportunities to find a very effective way of detecting things, because feelings allow you to detect many more things than just your thoughts, in my opinion. And I speak out of personal experience, and many of you might recognize it, but many of you are still on the way to understand it. And in my kind of opinion about purity in opposition to impurity, I can compare that next to that what is seen as a growing thing and a degrading thing, such as Cervantes' idea of comparing that what is growing and that what is rotting. It's a constant continuum of recycling things. It happens in nature, it happens in the human world, all together as one, and not just a separate thing. Because if it's separate, then what the fuck are we doing here? Separating us from nature, separating us from the planet? For what kind of reason? What makes us so much better or worse than the planet or nature? I don't see a reason to that. If I cannot live in harmony with that is what is nature, such as flora and fauna, I really don't have a reason to live. Because I need those things, not to experience only happiness, but also to experience growth and degradation. Because without it, what would I experience if there's no continuum to experience? I would only experience the static kind of moments, and that is like spastic movement, and I don't really like that. I want things to be fluent, up and down, up and down. Because if there's no up, there's no down, and without the down, we would never recognize what is up. So yeah, that's how I experience things. I experience things from falling, rising up, getting up, so that I can fall, or either stay for a long time up if I like to. I don't really see a reason to be in a constant kind of movement. For some period in my life, it would make me a little happy, but not too much, because sometimes I just want the frequency to go a little, so that I know that there's a pulse in life, there's something happening, something that includes the negative aspect of life and the positive aspect of life. And I recognize them both, because I know them both, And I see no reason to deny one or both. Because if I don't know what it is like, how it is like to be in a negative kind of sense, an aspect in life, I would never really know what it is to be positive, and whether I would place the positive up and the negative down. That is my decision of how I define things, such as purity and impurity. In my mind, I can create this very own system and call one pure and the other impure, but I can also reverse them and place them in opposition and call the clean state of the body a very impure state, because I might be a ogre who likes to be dirty, for example. Yeah, so it's all about what's in here and how you interpret it. And as for beauty, I can see beauty in all sorts of things. Everything. Even that what is seen while disdaining it. There's a reason why things happen. There's a reason behind everything. Even chaos and violence. There's a desire or a need. Some call it a need for violence. Why? Because there's so much twistedness in this world that it's about to explode. And that's the kind of event in any kind of era that takes place once in a while, that sort of explosion, and we call that an event of war, an historic making event of war. And why does war happen? Because some things are not yet resolved, and they need to be resolved because people think that the only answer to get it resolved is through violence and chaos. And when that has been resolved, something new after the recycling can be given a new life. A fresh start, pure start, if you would call it pure. Might as well call it impure. It doesn't really matter. If you want to agree with all the other people, simply communicate, talk, discuss. There really is no need to constantly disagree because you think your system works better than the other. I only disagree once in a while with myself because I think my system needs an upgrade. And that might happen. So, yeah, I'm very excited that I was to make this video and add it to the edition of the natural wisdom provided by Lady Thursday, thank you, and Lady Monday, you guys and gals, you ladies, darlings, you really make me move. For some reason, the channel 5 Awesome Trannies and where I got to know you from, they really make me tick for some reason. It's not just the only thing that keeps me motivated. I am such a very, I'm really, if I would call it that way, am a self-motivating person. But I will be talking about that later, probably on my personal channel. So, yeah. I had fun, and I so hope you had too.